Hi, everybody.
Hello. Welcome to
Friday with Friends.
Friday with Friends is our opportunity.
The shoulder shrug. I love it.
All the time.
I can't help it.
It's natural. Friday with Friends is our opportunity to talk about what's going on in the real estate market, to answer any questions you might have, to talk about the conversations we're having with our clients, and really just to be able to be your realtor of choice, because you know that we are coming from contribution. We absolutely love to help wherever you're at in your real estate journey.
And speaking of love.
So pink, yours doesn't look as pink.
It is pink though.
It's still pink.
But you are very pink.
Yeah, I went all out in the pink scale.
So happy Valentine's Day, everyone. And we really are putting the love in our Friday with Friends this week.
We are.
So we're going to get into the top 5 ways that you can love your home. And if you're listening and you are thinking of somebody, or when you think of your home, that person comes to mind, tag them, comment. And of course, if you have any other thoughts, make sure you comment as we're going here.
Yeah, and the reason, of course, we wanted to find something to do with love. Yes. And last year we talked about loving your realtor and how you could, we did
ways
how
we love you.
Ways the realtor loves your client. So we wanted to change it up a little bit, but still keep love going.
Yes.
And what we're talking about is, if you just bought your house, maybe you built a brand new house and you love it, maybe you've lived there for 20 years, but what are some quick and easy ways that can help you fall back in love with your house, or just love it? Because I shared this on my as I was sharing this too, is it's so much more than 4 walls. That's why we do this.
Yes.
We don't sell real estate because we're like, okay, great, let's get them into a house. We sell real estate because I'm like, what is Christmas gonna look like here? That's what we care about.
Yes.
And so we want you to think about your home as this magical place. And we have people who are like, I really don't like it, get me out. We can help you with that
too. Yes.
But at the same time, we also want to help you make sure you are loving where you're at now, so that it's just, you can enjoy it even more.
Yes, and it might not be as numbers deep or anything like that as some of our other Friday with Friends, but it's definitely going to be fun, and it's going to give you kind of a way to reflect a little bit and maybe give you some fresh ideas if you are feeling a little lull with your home or something like that. Just a few good ideas that we're going to throw at you today.
Totally. So we got 5 of them.
We have 5.
And is it shocking? Because we like our numbers.
We do.
Hi, everybody that's tuning in. Elise, hi, love. Hi, Tara. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Yes.
Okay, number 1. You want to go?
Number 1. This is a little funny. Buy it something pretty.
Buy it, like your home's in it.
Yes.
Some people refer to it as a she. Some people refer to it as
buy her something pretty.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of different ways that we interpreted this, and you can. It could be upgrading that light fixture you've always wanted to. It could be replacing the old mirror in your bathroom. It could be something like that. Or it could be something super simple, like head to Home Goods and buy a, cute little plate or something like that. But just buy it something pretty. I always feel like when I put something new in my house, I'm like, oh my gosh, I love it so much. And it was $12 from Home Goods.
Well, and one of the things that
Doesn't
talks a lot about with our clients is it's lamps, pillows, and rugs. Lamps, pillows, and rugs. That can make such a dramatic difference.
Yes.
And it's whether you're decorating for the holidays or whether you just want a new lamp to create new light, a new rug. Let's just say there's high traffic. And we're not saying crazy splurge.
Yeah.
By the way, does anyone else get marketed the ruggables?
Oh, the ones where you can wash it?
Yes.
Yep.
So one of my girlfriends, Laura, she might be watching because she is the best. She got it and she loves it. You can just pull it right up, and so get yourself a ruggable. I don't have an affiliate link, but maybe we should. But actually, okay, I think they're a couple $100. But where we're going with it could be fun.
Could be fun. And you know that feeling you get when you put up your Christmas or your holiday decorations and you just feel warm inside? Why do we need to wait until Christmas to do that? Let's do it for Valentine's Day. So number 1, buy your home something pretty.
Get yourself something pretty. Number 2, give it a makeover. So not only are you purchasing it, but what are some things that you can do that even if you're not planning on selling your house sometime soon, that you can freshen this up? So one of the things that is the worst is when we'll come in and often we'll prioritize a to-do list, but we're like, listen, if you did, A, B, and C, you're good. You don't have to do the rest of it, but these couple 3. And they're like, oh my gosh, changing the hardware out on my kitchen cabinets. I wish I did that years ago.
Yes,
so
such a
what
good
are some
point.
like little things like that might make a dramatic difference, whether you're buying or whether you're planning on moving right away or not?
Yes. So, cabinet knobs are always a big one. Even like light fixtures in bathrooms. A lot of times we see those brass colored either light fixtures or faucets or handles or whatever it might be. Swapping those out. Again, nothing expensive, but then you can at least enjoy it, but prior to putting it on the market.
Exactly.
Don't necessarily do the work just to sell it. Why not enjoy it a little bit? So give it a makeover. And another thing with this is if you're not interested in spending money, maybe rearrange a room or two.
Great point.
Just to give it, I remember I was joking with Mandy. When we were little, I used to change my room up all the time. Like you put your bed in one corner, another corner. And why don't we do that anymore as adults? We should.
We've lost the fun. We've lost the fun. So it's called adulthood.
Maybe rearrange your room too, just to give it that makeover.
Yeah. And you know what came to mind as we were thinking about bathrooms is, I don't know about you, but if I'm going into Home Depot, being all handy. If I'm going into Home Depot, I'm not handy. If I go into Home Depot, like there are some very affordable vanities.
Oh, yeah.
So sometimes it's just something to keep in mind that, when there is something that makes sense like that, you can say, all right, this is my sign.
And like Wayfair, Overstock have light fixtures that are like really $100, $200, and it can just change the entire room.
So we thought that one was fun too.
Number 2, give it a makeover.
Give it a makeover. Number 3, Ed.
Fill it with friends and family. And we just love this one because so many times when you're looking for a home, you say, oh my gosh, I'm an entertainer. I have my family over every Sunday, or I have girls' night, once a month, whatever it might be. And then maybe those things don't happen. And you want to really kind of bring it back to why you fell in love with the house. So throw a party.
and as we were talking about this, we joked that in my house, I threw our parents' surprise 40th anniversary party.
Which was so stressful.
No more surprise
But
parties.
we did a great job, but it was very stressful.
We killed the game.
We killed it.
We're really bad at lying. But
Yes.
when we had this party, it motivated the 1 and 2. Buy something pretty and do some sort of like renovation or just something fun. And it was, for us, let me share something that's kind of cool, and it may tie into 1 and 2 too.
Yeah.
I found an interior designer that shopped at TJ's and Home Goods.
Right.
Not kidding you.
Yeah, she did amazing.
Because it's not a priority for me. And I've shared this before. If you listen to my podcast, I have a Pursue You podcast. You should listen to it. Plug.
Pretty big deal.
It's really fun. But my house, I just want to love everybody. I just want to be there, but I don't care about the things, But at the end of the day, the things really make it extra cozy and make it more inviting.
Yeah.
And so I had one of my amazing contacts came over and literally decorated my house with not West Elm and these high-end things. I don't want to spend money on those things. Some people do. Awesome. Great.
Yep.
Do that.
Yep.
But for me, it wasn't a priority, and it turned out to be amazing. And my motivation to do it
was filling your house.
I filled my house.
And it didn't break the bank, and you were able to, have somebody who was an expert help and give great ideas, but also was really affordable too.
Yes, because I like driving and thinking, does this go with this at this place?
Oh my gosh.
My brain doesn't work like that, and hers does.
People are like, oh my gosh, wow, like your house is so well decorated. I'm like, because it took me 8 months to really think about it. So when you have an expert, I'm sure that's awesome.
I love it.
Okay.
Number 4 is take good care of it. And what we mean by this is the mechanicals, right? So what we want to make sure that the actual home is being loved. I can't tell you, when we go into foreclosures, we go into these tough houses, it's so sad because these poor houses that were once so vibrant, they haven't been loved in a really long time. So what we mean by this is the usual mechanicals. Make sure you've had an HVAC inspection, your furnace, your boiler, whatever it is, make sure that's inspected. Make sure you're changing out the air filter. Make sure the gutters are clean. Make sure the roof is cleared off. Those are just kind of things that we're talking about when it comes to making sure you're taking good care of your home.
I love that. And they're things you don't think about every day. So if you're really thinking, okay, how can I love in my home? That's a really easy one too. And then what else we were thinking of is, okay, what are also some of those areas of your house that you don't touch, you don't clean, really? And for me, it's often the things you don't think about cleaning, like your dishwasher and your washing machine and things like that. Even, giving them a little bit of love too goes a long way because you're not thinking about it every day.
Yes.
So if we're focusing on it, might as well.
Right, and so it's not spring yet, but do you want to like pretend we have spring cleaning coming up?
Should we all do it together?
So you can start thinking, what are some things in ways that, like spring cleaning, it's so, like it is very purposeful, because it's when you're like the thaw is settling and all of that.
And you're like, open all the windows, it's 50 or 40.
Right, at this point. Here in upstate New York right now, it's like, what is it? 5, 9, something crazy, something cold. Single digits freezing. But so start thinking about those things, places you can deep clean, just because it's going to make you feel even better about your home.
Perfect. Last one. Number 5 is make sure it's protected. So make sure your home is protected. Just another reminder, which we haven't talked about this much, but really making sure that your homeowner's insurance is accurate and up to date. Could be either side of the spectrum. It could be that you're overpaying, or maybe you're, undercovered and you really need to take a look at that to make sure that your home is protected.
Yeah. And so like I said, we moved into our house a couple years, so we're still figuring it all out. But when we updated our kitchen, like you have to tell your insurance agent, like you have to make sure any updates that you have done, and they could say, nope, nothing's going to change, or they could say, okay, that's going to make an impact. So if whatever certain things you've added, pools, anything,
additions, anything,
make sure that you are keeping your insurance agent up to date with all of the changes that you're having, to make sure you're protected. If you did want to, there are some people who are encouraged to shop around and see if there's different rates out there too. Yeah. If you ever do need insurance contacts, we have several that we use and we recommend, and it's just nice to be able to recheck those, and really making sure you're not leaving any money on the table, or making sure that you're actually getting coverage properly.
Exactly.
So there's a lot of things to think about, and that's why having that relationship with an insurance agent for me was really, really important.
Yep. Perfect. I love that.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Well, I think that's everything. Want to cover them real quick?
So loving your home. So 5 ways to love your home. First, buy it something pretty.
Number 2, give it a makeover.
3, fill it with family and friends.
Number 4, take good care of it.
And 5, make sure it's protected.
That's it. I love it. And who knows, this is a little corny, but I wanted to say it.
I love corny.
If you do some of these things, maybe you'll fall in love with your home all over again.
I love it. And if you don't, we're here to sell it for you.
Exactly. Good point.
Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to Friday with Friends. Friday with Friends, like I said, is our opportunity to talk about what is going on in the market, so that if you or anyone else you may think of that has any real estate needs, we'd love the opportunity to be your realtor of choice.
Awesome, guys.
All right. Have a good one.